Hello Virgo, welcome to your February 2022 reading. I'm going to do a few different spreads for you. First, I'm going to do a horseshoe spread with a general romance forecast. That should be alright for a single or coupled person. Then I will do a relationship spread that will be for a specific person that you might have in mind. I will do angel oracle cards to get a bird's eye view of the situation. Then I will pull some oracle cards from a person if you are in separation from a person and you want messages from them. I will pull some sex oracle cards that might be appropriate for you and or your person if you have a specific person in mind. And finally, I will do some angel oracle cards from general advice to you. So let me get started with your horseshoe spread. And adjust these to fit on the camera a little better. Okay. Okay, so this is your horseshoe spread. We got your past, present, future, 3 to 4 months out. We got you in a nutshell. We got your environment. We got your hopes and or your fears. We got your 12-month outcome. Oh, yes. I don't always pull these, but I'll do them right now. So I'm going to pull these cards as like divination cards, not as advice. So don't take them as advice at this point. Don't get confused or excited based off what they say. And a lot of times it'll be like something from the picture, not even the text that stands out for me. Okay, so it looks like in the recent past for you, Virgo, something kind of fell apart. You thought you had all the foundations you wanted. You thought you had the home, the togetherness, the union, but it's flipped upside down, literally. So it looks like it could have been even a situation where one person threw the other person out, kind of like it felt like it was being tossed out to the side. This does have the word inexperience, Icarus inexperience, down here too. So it could be that maybe one of you guys was maybe not experienced enough to resolve whatever conflict, or mature enough to resolve whatever conflict came up. Maybe you just, one of you guys just wanted to just play the field and be young still, and not ready to tie anything down. This has a lot of friendship tones to it, so I don't know if your friends were involved with part of the falling out, whether they were helping or hurting the situation. Perhaps they helped you move out, perhaps they were a shoulder to cry on during the whole situation that was unfolding. Yeah. So the present situation, interesting, very strange combination. Okay, so you got the 7 of Cups, we got Persephone, transformation, and we got trust. And then I pulled 2 extra cards. It looks like you do have a lot of options out there. You might be considering them, and you might be even overwhelmed by them. It looks like you're having a hard time choosing one of your options. It looks like you're afraid that you don't want to build something on bad foundations again, because again, foundations were a factor in this other card over here. So you're wanting to make sure there's good foundations in whatever choice you do make. This card, Persephone is about when Hades or Pluto, whichever one you want to call him, takes Persephone down into hell against her will to be the queen of hell. Because of that, spring goes away blooming, and life goes away in the winter, and it comes back in the spring when she's allowed her past to come back onto the earth. So it looks like there's some transformation going by, and it looks like it could be even by force for you. You weren't expecting it, but you're trying to make the best of the situation. I guess the good thing is that you could trust that the situation is going as it's supposed to, even if you might not feel like it's what you were expecting or planning for. This also feels like kind of like he's grabbing her, just like that one's getting grabbed. So yeah, it could be some sort of like, some sort of situation that kind of grabs you. Okay, we got your near-term future, 3 to 4 months out. We've got the Knight of Swords, Poseidon, avarice, and you deserve love upside down. So it looks like there's going to be someone. Let's see. I didn't pull extra cards for other people, but I did for you. Yeah, there's going to be someone kind of in your energy in 3 to 4 months. They're going to be, it's kind of like they're watching you from afar. They might be trying to make a decision on you. They do have a lot of jealousy for the situation. I don't know if you're going to be dating other people or just looking good in general, but they're going to have jealousy, and they're going to have like almost like a hawkeye view when they're watching you coming up. So it does look like a specific person that will be doing this. On the flip side, it could be you that has a jealous view of someone, but I mean, my initial hunch was it was someone else looking at you, being jealous. It could even be someone of the same gender, maybe, jealous that you have all the good looks and they don't. For that fact, it doesn't have to be necessarily the opposite gender that's interested in you. Alright, so for you, it looks like you're kind of, you're starting, you got Eos Dawn, and we got the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. It looks like you might be like working just to pass the time. You're not really wanting to deal with your emotions. You're just like, let me do my job, and, I don't want to put my emotions into anything right now. With the new dawn, I mean, you have the potential for something new, anything new. It's up to you to choose it, and you're going to choose to kind of bury your head in work at this time. Then we have your environment. This is not necessarily something you can control. It is the weather outside. For instance, if it's raining outside, you can put on a raincoat, or you could decide not to go out. But you can't make not rain. That's, that's going to happen, whatever, the weather is going to do. So for you, it looks like in your social romantic circles, there is a fresh new beginning with money. So that's an optimistic energy around you. It's better to have, be feeling good about money versus feeling poor. Then that won't bring you anything good. It does look like you or the people around you, most of the people around you might not be in good health right now. Interestingly enough, because Hygeia, similar to Virgo, who are about hygiene. So it might not be the best time to be going out mixing and mingling with people in the environment, because if they're sick, then they might not even be available to mix with them, and if you do, you might catch something off of them. So it doesn't seem like the best time to be out and about in the dating playing field. So for your hopes and your fears, we got the King of Cups. So you're definitely hoping for a marriage material man. You're hoping for someone who is in charge of their emotions. They feel them, they express them, they give them. The King of Cups is also the king of spirituality and creativity. So you don't want someone who's going to be acting like a robot. You don't want someone who's just going to be all about the money. You want someone who's going to have some heartfelt touch to you too, you know. So that is a very sweet, sentimental view of what you want from a person. Your fear is that something won't happen in the right order, in the right time. You're fearing that you're going to miss your boat. You're going to miss your chance. And that's simply not possible. So, if you're supposed to have, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's meant to happen, it will happen. So, you don't necessarily need to worry about that if you're willing to let go of that worry. "12-month outcome." So, in 12 months out, it looks like there could be a situation where there might have been some fighting, even some physical fighting. Someone might have said something that was a little immature, but you will rise above all that riffraff. You will cut yourself free from that BS, and you will clear your mind and just be in charge of your communications, your thoughts, and have some mental clarity. You'll cut yourself free and cut yourself away from any sort of mumbo jumbo that's going on around you. Hercules upside down. He kind of looks like he's sneaking around in the upside down view. Hercules is a person of strength, though. I don't know if it might be like maybe you're using, or someone in the situation is using too much strength to kind of force their way into a certain scenario. But it doesn't matter, because you're going to be in the queen energy above everything else. So it's not a big deal. You'll rise above whatever kind of riffraff is going on. Okay. So let me pull these aside, and if you have a specific person in mind, I will do a relationship reading. Give me 1 minute to shuffle the cards. Okay, I shuffled the cards off camera. I'll do it once more on camera. So if you have a specific person in mind, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic person, but I will read it as the relationship, so it can work for any relationship. Okay. So on the left side we have you, the current. On the right side we have the person in mind. Then we have the past on the bottom, the present, and the future shared energy between you guys. Okay. And again, I'm pulling these cards, the romance cards, as divination cards, not as advice at this point. So don't get excited about what they say. All right, for you, Virgo, for the specific relationship you got going on with a specific person, it looks like you are in the energy of sadness, of loss. It looks like something happened and you're not happy about it. You're focusing on the 3 spilled cups right here, and you're not seeing the two upright cups that you still have. You know, you could feel your emotions, let them flow, and when the tears stop, you could look up and see that there's a bridge and a new castle to go to. Castles do seem to be standing out for you at this time. Castles, foundations, housing, family life. You got Hydra challenges here. It could be that you're grieving something, like you felt like you cut off one snake head and then 2 more popped up in its place. But the problems, like they just kept coming up, and something happened, and you're just really sad about how you couldn't overcome it, you know, altogether. The energy that your person is in. We got Death and we got Nike, Victory, in reverse. So they do both have this kind of light in the background. So whatever's going on with the person you have in mind, it feels like they feel like they took a total loss. They are rising from the ashes, but it was a very painful loss and hit. They weren't expecting it. They might have actually been expecting success, but it didn't come to fruition. It just belly flopped out of control. Weird way to say that, but okay. So the past shared energy. So, okay. So we got the Knight of Wands here. The Knight is not as mature as the King or the Queen, but he is a little more mature than the Page, which is like a childlike energy. So it looks like the Knight, someone hurt someone. We got Karen, woundedness in reverse, and we got chemistry. There could have been some sort of passionate affair that this person went into. It could have been a physical affair, and it really hurt the other person. And even here, it looks kind of like there's two people together in this card, and this other person's kind of like kicked out to the side, and it doesn't look like a pleasant situation that went on. Yeah. No need to dwell on that. So, the shared energy between you guys, we got the Two of Swords, we got Aries, warmongering, and we got release your ex. So, it looks like the battle's still brewing between you guys. You're still fighting. There could be coarse words going on. It looks like someone's not able to make a decision. They're willingly keeping a blindfold on. They don't want to see the whole picture yet. They don't want to see the truth. They don't want to move on. There could be some sort of shadow side going on. Something in the shadows that cannot be seen because they don't want to see it yet. There's a situation where one of you just doesn't want to let go. One of you doesn't want to let go. It seems to be the thing that you know you should do, but you're not seeing it. You're not wanting to do it yet. Between the two of you guys, so it could be that one of you is fighting in general to express your anger about the past, and it could be that maybe one of you is fighting to try to keep things together. But this is a pretty brutal card to pull out here. The near shared energy. So it does look like whatever kind of is brewing on right now, it does look like you might kind of overcome this between the shared energy of you two. It looks like you guys might be reminiscing on the past and making it how it used to be again. One of you guys might present a gift to the other person to try to make up things, and it looks like the gift could even be the vacation, or it could be a physical object. But they want to be alone with you, to give you the focus that you really wanted to have in the first place. Okay. What a turbulent reading, man. Okay. Okay, next for you, Virgo. Let me pull a few cards from the Spirit to see a bird's eye view of the situation, to see if there's anything else we can get about this. What's going on? Is it as bad as it sounds, or is it really like that? Alrighty, so let's see what we've got here. Okay. So we got, okay, so in general, when the cards are upside down, I'll see that as it's like the opposite of, or it's to the extreme, depending on the, other cards around it. Go slow. Take time to get to know each other. Fate. This is a destined partnership. obstacles. Unhealed wounds are blocking forward movement. Vulnerability. You can get completely open with this person. Warning. Do not dismiss the red flags. Boundaries. Firm boundaries are needed now. Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. Stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. Marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. So it looks like, well, I mean, if you are in a specific battle with a specific person, there's definitely wounds that need to be healed, and before you could even heal those wounds, you gotta stop taking stabs at each other. That's for sure. If there's something to be suspicious about, you're being warned not to dismiss those red flags. I think maybe right now you shouldn't trust them. You shouldn't let your guard down quite yet until they recognize what they did and they fully apologize. You'll have to tell them your boundaries so they could stop crossing them. If they cross them after you've made it clear, then it's not worth your time to be with them, because then they're consciously crossing them, and that's not right. So these can be either way. It'll be up to you to figure it out. They're all upside down. So we'll see what more the cards say. If you could get the stability to work out, which in that relationship spread, it seems like you're just going to have have something come back together. It could lead to marriage. It could be fated, but they're also upside down, so it could be in the negative. So I know that's very confusing. It didn't really help clarify anything if it's one or the other. Hopefully that will make sense more to you in your specific case. Okay. So if you're out of touch with someone, let me pull some cards. See what they're thinking. So we need to let go of each other. It was my fault. It was my fault if I blamed you. I need security. You can't come with me. I want to start over. I know I was a distraction from your pain. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I am learning so much from you. I'm starting to understand our connection. I'm waiting for an apology. So we do have two ways we can go with some of these cards. When they're saying they're waiting for an apology, it almost seems like they're kind of blaming you for doing something wrong, unless you were the Knight of Wands that was, messing around with other people and having physical affairs. But it could be that they're not quite ready to give an apology to. It looks like they had a tough time letting go of you. And maybe they feel like they need to self-punish themselves for what they're doing. And they don't believe you deserve to go down on a sinking ship with them. Yeah. Let's see over here. Alright, I have more cards. Oof. Okay, so let's see what we got here for you. Again, it's a general reading, so perhaps not all these cards will resonate with you, but I think most of them will. Otherwise, you know, you wouldn't have come to this video. Okay. I don't have time. I don't have those feelings for you. I think about you often. I did not want to see the truth. You gave me a spiritgasm. I still love you. I am not ready yet. I have feelings for you. I look at your photos and your texts. I am not an option. I gave you everything. You are so intelligent. I am undecided. I am guarded. Can you hear my thoughts? I spelled that wrong. Okay. So, it looks like they're still kind of kicking themselves for what they did. If they're in that Knight of Wands energy, they might not want to be tied down, and they might think, well, I'm not an option to you. Like, you shouldn't even pick me. I'm not worth it. The original intention of that card was like, I'm not an option if someone was an option among many male or female suitors. But yeah, unless you were the one that was playing the field, because they still, they say they gave you everything, they had feelings for you, but they're still kind of confused because, again, they're not ready yet. I'm not decided. They do have a spiritual connection with you. They could even have spiritual sexual encounters with you. It's kind of weird because, like, they have all these feelings and they say they don't, so maybe they're in denial, or maybe they have feelings but not romantic feelings. I don't have time, so maybe they're busy doing other things. Okay. Alright, so I'll move on to a lighter topic. If you want, I have these Eros Kiss sex oracle cards. It could be something that you and or your partner are interested in. Sometimes it could be just something that you're interested in and you haven't even realized yet. It's up to you if you want to invite the energy of your person into this or not. Oh, 3 came out. Okay. Okay. So for you, Virgo, you or your person might be interested in Pillow Princess. Where one of you lays back and does nothing while someone else does all the work with their tongue. Put a ring on it. One of you guys might get excited about being engaged, or you might want a cock ring involved. rape fantasy. It seems like one of you guys wants to surrender complete control to the other person, and one of you guys might like having that control and power over the other person. Spontaneous. Pegging. That is when someone uses a strap-on, typically a female using a strap-on to a guy for anal penetration. Outdoors. They might like being in nature, or maybe kind of sort of maybe almost getting caught. Keep it simple. Public. Again, the almost getting caught sometimes gets people off. We've got quickie. Put these together. Inappropriate times. We got BDSM and humiliate me. Again, it's that whole power play kind of thing. Humiliate me would be like taking away someone's power. We got fellatio. We got fecal play. We got dress up and crime of passion. Okay, I'm gonna put that over here. So yeah, just like going at it with like full passion. Alright. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so next for you, Virgo. Let me pull some Angel Oracle cards. Give you some general advice. Where's the other deck? Okay, so we got time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Counselor. Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Moonstone. Heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness, as it is trustworthy. You could wear a moonstone on a ring or a necklace, so you could have a physical reminder of this, you know, a heightened intuition that you have. And actually the moonstone itself will heighten your intuition even more. I do have moonstone jewelry in my shop if you're looking for some silver, sterling silver jewelry in moonstone, or any other stone, but yeah. Okay. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to you. So this is very unusual for me to see this as advice. It looks like they're telling you that someone's on the lookout to try to fix things, to come back with you. I was almost wanting to pull another card on that, but I'll leave it at that. You probably know who it is. Okay. Atlas responsibility. I will read this one. The Titan Atlas, brother of Prometheus, governed the moon. When Zeus defeated Kronos, he sent the most of the remaining Titans to Tartarus, the hell aspect of the underworld. However, he decided to punish Atlas by sending him to the western edge of the earth to hold the sky up, so that Earth, Gaia, and the sky Uranus could not join again to create more Titans. Oof, okay. The message. It may feel that as though you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, but this is actually due to the lack of responsibility and not a burden of it. When we are truly responsible, we know that we have the power to create whatever we want for our lives. You have a responsibility, first and foremost, to give yourself a balanced and healthy life. And that's interesting because Virgo is all about balance and health. A life that takes care of your basic needs, It is not your responsibility to carry the burdens of others or to buy any societal pressures that don't seem relevant to you. In fact, if these types of pressures dominate your life, it is your responsibility to remove them. It is your responsibility to ask for help where necessary, and create yourself the circumstances that will keep all areas of your life balanced. It is not helpful to carry the responsibilities of others or to uphold the expectations of anyone else. If people are never forced to take care of their own needs, they will become crippled. In order to let go of other people's responsibilities, you must let go of your need for approval. Don't seek the approval of others at the expense of your own health. This is a time to take full responsibility for your own life. You alone create your life. You are the victim of no one else and nothing. Your life is exactly how you decided it to be. If things need changing, change them. If old pains and wounds are holding you back, now is the time to surrender them. Give them up now. If the pain is holding you back in life, it is because you are letting it. Decide now to do whatever is necessary and let go of the old pain. You don't have control over the world, but you do have control of the power to take responsibility for your feelings, reactions, and perceptions, and to make empowered decisions on how you live your life. Now it is time to examine your life and see what areas have become burdensome. It may be necessary to take more time for yourself, ask for help, and make scheduled changes. Stop catering to the needs and expectations of others, or to give up old pains and negative self-talk. Taking care of yourself is the best gift you can offer to the world. You only have one responsibility to live this life, so you might as well make it the best life possible. Taking responsibility for all you experience gives you the power to create the life you want, and only you can lead this. Only you can lead, and only this can lead you to true freedom. Sorry, I have trouble when there's too much words on a page, like the character length. It's harder to read. But yeah, and this was a particularly long message, but it was the message for you, so hopefully that made sense. Alrighty, Virgo. So these are the cards I have. I'll do this one last thing. If you have a question about timing, when will something happen, I'll pull 2 cards. You can either ask yourself 2 questions, or you can ask 1 question and choose between the A and the B that I'll pick. So let me pull these 2 cards for you, and hopefully you'll have your 2 questions ready. If you need more time, you can just pause. Alright, so here we go. Time A and time B. So this is a February reading. So if you're asking about timing, something it's going to happen in February, so it could be this month, or I guess it could be 12 months out. Probably this month though, and then we got November as your B choice. So I hope that helps you, Virgo. Thank you for joining, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please click the like button and subscribe, and I will see you next month. Thank you.